We are joined here in the Pig Trail Nation studios by a very special guest, Arkansas outfielder Christian Franklin. Christian, thank you so much for taking the time to speak with us today.
Yeah, thanks for having me on.
What have you been up to since the season has ended? What has your offseason looked like so far?
Yeah, so mainly just been, lifting and hitting, by myself here in Kansas City. I did stay in Fayetteville for a little while after the season ended and, continued to work out there and use the facilities as well. Kind of wrapped up with the coaches, said goodbyes and, thank yous for everything they had done for me. But, right now, just kind of gearing up for the draft. Did a pre-draft workout with the Royals here in Kansas City and just been trying to stay ready for, whenever I have to play again.
Let's talk about that goodbye. This season was obviously a memorable one, holding that number one spot for 14 weeks. How hard was it to end up leaving the Razorbacks, having to say goodbye to those coaches and teammates?
Yeah, it was really tough, especially after everything, those coaches had done for me. And, that team was really special. I don't think I've ever played on a team that had chemistry in the way that one did. Everybody was, very friendly and it was a super fun environment to play in. So, having to say goodbye in that manner so close, to go into Omaha, it, really hurt. But, looking back, we definitely had a great season and I'm super thankful for everything that I experienced that year.
How would you sum up that season? Like you said, falling short of Omaha, making it to those super regionals, though. In your words, how do you sum up this past year?
I would just call it special, even though we didn't make it to Omaha, we still won the SEC tournament, won SECs outright during the season. So, there were a lot of great accomplishments, to look back on. And, I'm grateful to be able to say that I was a Razorback and accomplish those things while I was at school.
And you say the pre-draft workout you just did with the Royals. What was that like getting in? Was that your first workout with an MLB team?
Yeah, so that was the first workout that I did, and it was awesome just to be able to go and hit and throw at a major league ballpark. So it was really fun. You got to meet with their people. Obviously, being familiar with Mr. Moore just because I play with Robert, and so it was a cool experience. And I'm looking forward to what's coming up soon.
Was it different to be inside a major league ballpark hitting? Did it feel any different than maybe Baum-Walker Stadium?
No, I'd say Baum Walker definitely prepared me very well for being ready to perform in that environment as well. So it wasn't really that much different. It was just a fun experience.
And what have you been doing other than just, your usual, like you said, you've been weightlifting and you were doing some work in Arkansas, but what have you done specifically other than that pre-draft workout as you get ready for the MLB draft? What's your schedule been looking like?
Yeah, I mean, it's just been, answering phone, having my phone next to me, answering phone calls from, different people on different teams and, just having conversations with them as we're leading up into the draft. A lot of conversations with my advisor as well. And he's driving up from Texas to meet with my family here in the next couple of days. So, just a lot of talking. And, the weird thing about the draft is you never know what can happen on draft day. So, just kind of sitting and waiting at this point. But I'm excited to start my professional career and excited to experience the whole process.
Sitting and waiting, does that give you any nerves? What are your emotions like? I mean, it's got to be a little
Yeah.
nerve-wracking, right? Just, I mean, because there's so much uncertainty at the same time.
hmm Yeah. So that's definitely a good word to describe it is uncertainty. We're coming up close, and the closer and closer we get, the more and more excited I got about it. During the season, I tried to keep it in just the back of my mind, but now that the season is over, it's definitely something to bring more to the forefront and have a little bit more focus on. But yeah, I mean, I just want to keep reiterating that I'm very excited and ready to go.
Every kid dreams of playing in the show, right? It's from little league onward. For you to now
Yeah.
be living that dream and having the opportunity to break into the professional space, how do you react to that? What would a young Christian Franklin think?
I mean, I just would describe it as a dream come true. This has been the goal ever since I was a little kid to grow up and get drafted and start the professional career so that I can eventually make it to the major leagues. So I'm ready for the next chapter, and it's awesome to be able to experience, and I'm just feeling very blessed to be in the position that I am today.
I know we talked kind of about this last year in Arkansas, but let's take the collegiate career as a whole. What did Fayetteville and the Razorback program mean to you in order to get to this point of where you are now?
Yeah, I mean, I would describe it as having a second home. So ever since I stepped foot on campus, everybody was super welcoming, and the fan base down there, the Razorback Nation is, it's one of a kind. So it's very special, and I'm happy to have had those guys behind me, and it really helps whenever you're going out there and trying to compete, having that fan base behind you as well.
And your plans for the draft this weekend? What are you guys doing? Just a little family, small family gathering and gonna watch it? What's the plan?
Yeah, just gonna have just close family, not doing anything too crazy. Just keeping the circle small. So it'll be fun. I'm excited for it.
And wherever you go, the work and dedication it takes, what's going to be your mindset going into the next level when you do get selected?
Yeah, I think the big thing for me is just continuing to work in the same way that I have to get me to this point, and not taking any days off. I mean, I don't want to take anything for granted because you never know, when it's going to be your last time playing this game. So I want to get everything I can out of it, and work as hard as possible, as cliche as it sounds, and just keep my head down and keep grinding until I make it to the major leagues. That's the goal.
This might be a hard one. Is do you have out of all the catches you've ever made, do you have a favorite catch? Or any or is there any moment that sticks out to you, a defensive play?
Um, I'm trying to think. I mean, I feel like all of them are special in their own way, but I mean, the one at Tennessee was cool. The one that made the SC top 10 this past year, that was fun. I'm still waiting to rob a home run on camera, so um, I guess when that happens, that'll probably be my favorite. But I don't think I can choose one specifically.
You were very close to one of them. I remember
I
one where it was
know,
right over your
I
glove.
know, yeah.
What about at bat? Do you have a favorite, most memorable at bat from your time in Arkansas? One that just sticks out to you?
Yeah, I would say one of my favorite was the game tying home run at Tennessee. That was fun, just because of the environment and obviously the circumstances and everything. And then also being able to go down to Mississippi State, and I think it was the opening game, hitting two home runs with that fan base. That was really special as well because that was our first time playing in front of a packed house because Mississippi State had just opened up full capacity for their fans. So that was a super fun experience, and going down there into that hostile environment and being able to do that was super fun.